Funko, are you watching and listening?
Well, it sure seems like it, Chris, because we just recorded a video yesterday talking about the similarities between the NFT pops and some recent announcements that Funko has made that look very similar to the NFT pops.
This is trash! I absolutely hate it. I think it's garbage that Funko would even attempt doing something like this. And today, the top blew off, baby, because that Pink Ranger Slayer, whatever the it's called, has a new PX exclusive.
Yep.
You know how long it took us to get these Mighty Morphin Power Ranger NFT Funko Pops in hand? Forever!
Before we jump into this topic, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button and that little bell. That way you know anytime we post new content or go live. We post content every single day and go live every Sunday, and we have a lot of fun.
So a lot of people are basically saying that this new PX exclusive Pink Ranger Slayer thing is not the same as the NFT Funko Pop. I don't know this character very well, but what I can say is side by side, they look too similar.
I understand that there are differences between these two pops. There is an obvious different mold going on for both the head and the body. However, it just looks way too similar for my liking. If you have to literally put them side by side to spot the differences, like one of those games in Highlights magazine for kids where you're looking at like the same picture.
Differences, yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta like circle what's different. There's a problem with that. It was not apparent to me, and we own this Funko Pop. When I saw that announcement or leak or whatever you want to call it today, I literally thought that was the NFT Funko Pop. The difference is a slight difference in the mouth part, different colors on the outfit, and then both of them have a bow, but one has an arrow. If one were in like a really cool like action pose, preferably the NFT, because the NFTs should be way cooler than commons,
right?
That would be fine, but the fact that they're in sort of the same pose, slightly different, one has an arrow, one doesn't, it's just garbage to me.
One's legs are spread wide. That's one thing I noticed.
Okay.
No, it's the legs are spread very wide. On the other one, the legs are close together. So I just noticed that the legs are spread.
Why are you looking at how wide the legs are spread?
Because I was looking at the figure differences.
It's
a Funko
weird.
Pop. Heather, don't make this weird.
You're the one making
so
it
anyway,
weird.
All I'm saying is that the Funko Pop is spread eagle.
Attention to how wide the legs are spread on a toy, you weirdo.
Spread eagle.
Pervert.
I really want to know what the fans think about this. Let us know in the comment section down below if you like these Funko Pops. If you're a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fan, I want to know, do you actually give a I collected a bunch of comments from our Instagram to read right here because we do have a lot of people saying a lot of things.
Yeah, I read a bunch of different comments and they were completely different. So some people feel like this is an issue and it's taking away from like the specialness and exclusivity of the NFT pops.
AKA NFT collectors, go ahead.
But then I was reading other comments saying, well, I don't really do NFTs, so I think it's great that I can get my hands on these.
AKA the non-NFT collectors. Of course you want the Funko Pops from the NFT lines. Of course you do. Without having to go through all the work and buying all the card packs. Who cares? Because at the end of the day, it comes down to the exclusivity of the Funko Pop and the value. And this Funko Pop will no longer retain any sort of value because now there's a PX exclusive.
Yeah, but this is going to be a big problem when it comes to grails and things of that nature, especially because people spend a lot of time and a lot of money getting these NFT pops, but if you can walk into a store and purchase a pop that looks almost identical to that same pop that you spent hundreds of dollars on potentially, that's a slap in the face.
Absolutely, and it basically makes all of us NFT purchasers or consumers not want to purchase the NFTs anymore. We need to have characters that Funko sets as exclusive to Funko NFT.
Or, like we mentioned in yesterday's video, really cool paint jobs that make the NFTs stand out. A lot of people were pointing out the Iron Maiden set today. And while I understand there's a lot of similarities, the common pops came first. If you're an Iron Maiden fan, you could choose to either complete the set with the NFT or go after whatever NFTs you think are the coolest from that set, or you could just simply stick to the commons, whatever you wanted to do. But the fact that they literally waited until Ranger Slayer was in people's hands, it's a slap in the face. Same with the House of Dragons. So many people were going after those pops, and Funko's like, hey, it's fun days. This drop has already passed, but here you go. You could buy these at Walmart.
If you're an NFT Funko Pop collector, you should be angry because Funko should not be doing this. This is absolutely wrong, especially announcing stuff after the NFT Funko Pops drop.
From a business perspective, like them bamboozling the people who are buying NFTs, fine, great, you get to make your money twice. But the issue is, they're now turning people off from purchasing NFTs if in a few months there is the very real possibility of them announcing something very similar to those NFT pops.
I think this is such a huge problem because that Funko Pop from the NFT line is so new. If this had been like 2 years ago that this Funko Pop was available through NFT and now we're getting a new version of that character, that would be much different. But this is like re-releasing the exact same Funko Pop within months.
I do have a theory, and I don't know how true it could be, but I was thinking about this, and I don't know exactly how licenses work, but I do know that they have sort of like a timeline, almost like an expiration date.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if they have the Ranger Slayer for X amount of time, so they're like, oh, we gotta pump another one out.
They're belting them all out.
Yeah, so that we can make our money while we still have the license. I don't know if that is true or not, but again, they could have done a different paint job. They could have done like a very different pose rather than her sort of just standing there.
Well, apparently this PX exclusive one is from the comic books. That's what I read today.
Yeah, I was reading that too.
It just doesn't matter because these Funko Pops have been released too close together.
So the biggest issue I have with this, and this has nothing to do with value, because I know that a lot of NFT collectors are value collectors and do value the fact that these are limited pops. And while I do believe that limited pops help Funko stay relevant, or as relevant as they are, I feel like this is more about the fact that things are too similar in connection to the NFTs. So when it comes to NFTs, a lot of people are very turned off about the idea. However, when a new line comes out, there are a lot of people that are like, well, I wasn't gonna do NFTs, but how do I do them? I need to learn because I love Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, or I love Stranger Things, right? So now people are scrambling to learn how to NFT. And let me just tell you, it is not very simple at first. It is incredibly complicated when you're first learning. It's a lot of information you have to take in. And not only that, but even if people aren't buying card packs and they're buying on the secondary market, one, it can be very expensive, but two, just purchasing wax is such a pain. So imagine learning all of this stuff about NFTs because you want to collect those pops. Purchasing wax, giving your social security number up to these websites to buy wax. I mean, that's nerve-wracking in itself. And then Funko's like, hey, I know you went through all this trouble to get these pops, but here's one for $15 that you can find on any shelf anywhere.
Yeah, the spending all the money, the education, everything that goes into that. And when we talk about spending money, we're not even talking just about card packs. We're talking about if you just bought the Funko Pop off the secondary market. Sometimes these things can be within the hundreds of dollar range. So I don't know why Funko thinks this is a good idea because they have a lot of people buying these NFT Funko Pops.
Why would they alienate their core fan base who is obviously very, very into their product, so into their product that they learn how to do the NFT thing, that they spend all of this money on the card packs to take chances to get these items, or spend all of this money on the secondary market to obtain these rare and mostly above retail items?
It basically just takes away the confidence that we have in Funko NFT. We've been screaming and hollering about how they're not shipping their Funko Pops in protection, where they're getting damaged and lost in transit.
Which normally wouldn't be too big of an issue, but typically these days they're only offering a $30 credit to their website when it's often that people spend a lot more on these items. Even though getting lost and damaged is not their fault, there needs to be a better way to remedy these issues, and they're just not providing that.
It seems like with every passing day, we lose our confidence more and more with Funko NFT, and even worse, the company as a whole. Things are just an absolute disaster right now. And the Funko NFT thing is basically one of the last things I'm holding on to when talking about and collecting Funko. I like Funko NFTs mainly because there are limited pieces that are involved within the Funko NFT.
With the recent sticker debacle from Fun Days, that has me distrusting of them big time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the confidence is lost across the board. The pop protection, now this whole scenario where they're gonna just remake the Funko Pop months later. Also, limited numbers, is that even a real thing? All this is adding up to one big pile of steamy shit. And I don't like the way it smells or it tastes.
You shouldn't taste it. Well, I think we've said enough. How about you read the comments and let's hear what some other people had to say about this matter.
Right, because I didn't want to feel like I was the crazy one, because when I posted about this on Twitter, I did have a couple people say, I don't see what the problem is. There's a really huge problem right now.
Well, a lot of people think that the mold is different enough, and like, that's fine. It is a different mold, but it's just too close. It's too close. I don't know.
So I'm just going to read off a bunch of comments, and this is directly from our own Instagram. And there are some very pro Gastlecast comments, and this is one of them. And I just want to say that I appreciate this. This comes from AndyAlexis.aa. I really like that you always speak with the truth. Collectors assemble. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's what we try to do here. We try to lace in a little bit of comedy, a little bit of humor, but we really want to get down to the nitty-gritty of what's happening at Funko. You might hear things on this channel that you will not hear anywhere else because we talk about some of the very hard topics. And we're very immature about it. We're definitely not adults. We sound like children. And any other YouTuber out there who is screaming and hollering at the camera, grow up! There's a YouTube channel that said we need to grow up.
I'm grown up. The last time I bought you beer wasn't carded.
Whoa.
Yep, I'm an adult. I have a couple credit cards too, did you know that?
Honorable_Stark says, slight differences, but this is getting disrespectful to collectors who go out of their way for certain NFTs. Exactly the points that we've been making in this whole video. Ira Stone says, if they make similar comments of the Avatar, The Last Airbender NFTs, I'm going to be livid. I paid $600 to get Fire Nation Aang, sad emoji. If they decide to make another Fire Nation Aang, which I feel like they may do it, seeing how they're doing all of this
I hope they don't.
Oh my God. Sean Green Ranger says, Funko is just being insubordinate at this point.
They need to go to the principal's office.
Juju Baby 1985 says the peace between Gastlecast and Funko NFTs has erupted into all-out war, LOL.
Yeah, we used to defend NFTs big time. Now I know that we have been very wishy-washy on NFTs. At first, absolutely hated them. Then Chris pulled a Bebop redeemable, so they redeemed themselves. When we wouldn't pull anything good, we would hate NFTs, and then we would love them when we pulled good stuff. And then we started seeing the trends of everything that they're doing that is not so good, and we're like weary of them, but hopeful. And now I feel like we're on a downward path.
Muriel C. Bing says, damn, you guys sure called that. Also, the common looks better, LOL. So they're saying that the PX exclusive looks better than the one that was NFT Funko Pop.
A lot of people are saying that, but a lot of people are also saying the opposite, saying that the NFT looks better. They look almost the same,
yeah.
So I don't understand how one looks better than the other.
Let us know which one you think looks best in the comment section down below. Pop_Mig says, they watched your video and said, oh, you thought that was nice, hold my beer, check this out, laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji. Yes, they sure did, Pop Migs.
You know what they're gonna do tomorrow? They're gonna announce the Zordon with the blue stand.
Seattle Mike C says, wow, good going, Funko. Just keep on killing your brand. And soon no one will collect your item. And they can focus on selling commons and Five Below and Walmart. Thrifty.pop says, watch that video at bedtime and then woke up in Black Mirror IG. The Pop Baron says, how the exclusive looks better than the legendary, question mark, question mark, question mark. FML. They could have at least made the NFT metallic or something, even the pose better looking on the new one. I completely agree. If they made them all like metallic in the Funko NFTs, that would have been a clear separation of NFT Funko Pops and then the common ones.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's still not enough for me. Like, I think they need to stand out a bit better than just metallic as well. That would have been better than whatever this is.
Sutton, with 2 T's and 2 N's, says, what's sad is the new one looks better than the NFT.
So there's a lot of people in agreement with that. So spend 15 bucks and get
the better pop.
Yeah.
Poker Daves _ says, I waited almost a year for my NFT Slayer. A year. I paid $60 for packs, and now I can get the same one for retail? WTF. I'm a Ranger fan forever, but I'm about done with pops, I think. So annoyed. I completely agree, and I'm not even that huge of a Power Ranger fan, but I did buy the Funko Pops from the NFT set, and this does annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah, I mean, even if you didn't get those pops, this would annoy me.
Black Excellence _ says, if you look closely at the fist.
They're referring to the Captain America open fist, closed fist. That's a Heather exclusive, by the way. You're welcome.
Jerry the Mechanic says, oh my god, LOL, that's horrible. Just the arrow and the bow is the major difference. NFTs are like the new Chase versions, LOL, laugh emoji.
This whole situation reminds me of Jasmine with the apple.
Exactly, it's very similar to that.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
But her legs weren't spread eagle, I'll tell you that.
Why are you paying attention to the legs being open?
Ankrum 1381 _ says, LMFAO, they ask why we keep losing money, that's the answer. And this person is just pure panic mode. Alex _ Reyes 2019, what do we do? That's all it says. I don't know, Alex Reyes. I wish I could help you. I don't know what to do. Retro Game G says this needs to stop. Seriously? DRJ _ Pops posted a GIF of Britney Spears that says, I think I did it again. And last but not least, there's somebody on Instagram named Hey Heather.
Huh, I wonder who that is.
They said it looks like one has a closed fist, ... or is that a shield on their back?
Did you like that?
I did, it's pretty good.
I left that for you.
So this whole debacle is bullshit. I absolutely hate that this is happening. I hate it for NFT fans. I hate it for all the Funko fans out there. I hate it for the Power Rangers fans. And I hate it for anybody who spent their hard-earned money for this pink Ranger Slayer on the secondary market. This is trash and it's landfill. I gave it both because this is sucks. All right, so what do you think about this whole situation? This is 2 days in a row where we're talking about Funko NFT Funko Pops being similar to common Funko Pops. Do you think it's trash or do you think this is just fine? Who cares? We want to know all that and more in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for staying until the very end of the video. We really appreciate all of your support. It means the world to us. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons for Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to George Gifford, Lauren Puala, Sergio Lopez, Sephiroth81, David Brewer, Keith Clow, Big Papa Tulan, Cloud Splendid, Yazirai Castillo, and Kevin Maxa. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock!